The matter was not adjudicated on the merits at all. The magistrate, the learned magistrate, Mr. Wanivi, indicated that his court does not have jurisdiction to hear the matter. It therefore follows that, of course, then we are going to the electoral court in the High Court of Namibia so that the merits can be canvassed. Yes. No, the law does not allow the ECN a discretion on whether or not to implement the continuous voters registration. What the law does is it permits the ECN to exercise a discretion on whether or not to suspend the continuous voters registration from time to time, right? But we know that the ECN never implemented the continuous voters registration at all. So it is impossible to suspend something you've never implemented before. And that is the bone of contention in as far as our clients are concerned.
Okay. Now, with regards to the Kedman's argument, Kedman's constituency argument, what do you think should be done? Because we are already reaching the period of elections currently. So what do you think should be done with that determination?
Look, we were obviously hoping for a favorable outcome in as far as the Kedman's issue is concerned, but we did not receive that because the court elected not to enter the merits of that argument, right? But looking at the timelines now, obviously logic dictates that it will be academic for us to bring that issue before court anymore. So we will probably confine our matter in the High Court to issues relating to the continuous voters registration role, because remember, that is not only for the benefit of the upcoming elections, it's also for the benefit of future elections.
And I think we are satisfied with the ruling that has been given. In terms of our heads of argument, we have argued that the tribunal had no jurisdiction to hear this matter, and therefore there was no need for the magistrate for the chairperson of the tribunal to go into the merits of the case. And that is what he has ruled, that the tribunal has got no jurisdiction to either review or set aside the decision of the commission, and that it has no jurisdiction to determine the constitutionality of any matter. So I think we are clear that as we have argued, there was no jurisdiction, and therefore there was no need to enter into any ruling on the merits of the case.
Had it not been a matter of jurisdiction, do you think there is merit in the argument from the applicants?
I think that's a question that you can ask the applicants, because we have argued clearly that there's no merit in the arguments. So I think that's not an issue that you can put to us, because we have argued our point on the merits, and I don't think at this point we will go into the merits of the matter, as this tribunal has no jurisdiction.
With this application set aside, what is the way forward? Everything in order?
The way forward, everything is in order. The Electoral Commission is prepared to carry on with the preparation of the elections. We have finalized our registration process. The register, the provisional register, is laying for objections to be laid against anybody who believes that there's someone on the register who is not supposed to be there. And from there we will go on. Our nomination period has already started on the 29th of September. On the 14th, independent candidates, it will be the final day for them to give in nominations, and the 16th will be the final day for parties or organizations or associations to give in their nominations. So this is a period where we expect any participant for this election to submit their nominations. And we expect for the election to go ahead full sail on the 25th of November. Decision for the commission, as we have indicated, there are three types of registration. Is the general voters registration, which is done every 10 years. Then you have a supplementary voters registration, which is done before every election, whether it is a by-election or a national election. And then you have continuous voter registration. And we have indicated that in terms of the law, the commission has the right to suspend continuous voter registration at any time for any reason that the commission deems fit. This is allowed in terms of the Electoral Act. So we have acted within the mandate of the Electoral Act. And we have taken the decision on the basis that there was no reason for us, in terms of our infrastructure and our budgetary consideration, we were not able to continue with voter registration. So at this point in time, we have finalized the registration process for this election.
So there's no indication at all as to when probably the ECN is considering starting this process, because it's not election based.
In a sense, it is election based because it has to be in terms of a specific election. In terms of the law, a register must be prepared in terms of a specific election. So you prepare a register for regional and local authorities election, and you prepare a register, a national register for the presidential and national assembly elections. So therefore, there won't be any other registration unless there's a by-election. Then we would have a supplementary voter registration.
Thank you very much, colleagues.